This is the 2007 Infiniti G35. Second generation of this car, the first one from 2003 to 2006.
The new 2007 G35 comes with a 306 horsepower engine standard. That's the motor out of the 350Z.
It may weigh 3,400 pounds, but the 0 to 60 is under 6.
It's probably one of the best kept secrets in the mid-size luxury car class.
It's almost dead in the middle between the 3 and 5 Series BMW. It's bigger than the 3 Series, but not quite as big as the 5.
My least favorite thing about the G35, it's pleasant to look at, but the exterior styling is still very safe. Sprinkling little bits of chrome around the car. Why does chrome say more expensive? I've never understood that. From an interior standpoint, I think Infiniti is really starting to figure out that consumers don't want gray plastic anymore. There's a lot of surface breakup, and there's some materials in here that really are quite nice to the touch.
At least at BMW levels, and maybe beyond.
I could get out of the car at the end of a long trip and feel like my butt is still attached to my body. That says a lot for seats.
The only real fault I have in this car is the center console. In Infiniti's attempt to avoid the iDrive that has so plagued BMW, they've made a system that's actually redundant. You're besieged by the number of dials, and the fact that the buttons duplicate functions of many of the dials is confusing. And then in the dead center, strangely, is an analog clock.
It's a minor gripe, but needs to be rethought.
The steering's less connected than it would be in a sports car because, of course, this is a 4-door luxury sedan.
It feels kind of like a slot car.
It builds in a very progressive fashion, like winding up a wind-up toy.
I'm not saying that Ferraris and Porsches and Lotuses need to be worried, but I think the handling is one of the best I've ever driven for a mid-size sedan that you can really be comfortable in here.
It isn't quite as sporting as it is on the 3 Series, but it's to a tiny degree. It's like saying that Selma Hayek isn't quite as attractive as Catherine Zeta-Jones. You win either way.
My favorite thing about the G35, I gotta say, it's the motor. It really starts to ratchet up the fun to drive factor. And that's what we're all about.
This car's like a surprise birthday party. You're expecting to be celebrated, but suddenly your whole day got that much better.
This car competes like crazy in this class.
A friend of mine has owned multiple BMW 3s. He just got one of the brand new ones, and he loves it. But he drove this car and found out what it cost and wished he'd gotten the Infiniti instead of the 3.
Fully loaded. I mean, you get everything. For about 35 grand.
When this car was brand new, I had the chance to sit in one but not drive it. And I remember thinking, for the price, this might just beat the 3 Series. Now that I've driven it, the second generation Infiniti G35 takes out the 3 Series like a sniper shot from nowhere.